We are live. We can like live. What's wrong with live? Okay, and you know what? I'm not hearing anything. I don't know if you guys heard anything or not. We already got people. All right. Man, hold on one second. I cannot read that screen, that's for sure. Big V, all right, I can read that. Hold on, I need to. Oh, I can read that. I got new monitors. I can read from a long ways off. 357, how you doing, man? Wow, this might be a terrible only two of us here and oh, we're up to three now. Hey, there's Koji. All right. Oh, we got four. Hell, we get a fifth one, we'll just run them right over. Like that ever happens. Working. I wish I was working. 35, 32, 24, and a 35. I'm not in charge of the alliance no more, so I'm not cause I can't be in the game and pay attention, and it wasn't fair to the members. So they decided on this new time. The perfect time would be 10 a.m. my time, because that is what noon for the East Coast, and it is 6 p.m. for Britain. That would get us our most members, but that's not an option. So the original airship video, well, the latest Beast one, I include Blood War in it. There's nothing wrong with the beast setup on the original one. Just now that Blood War's here, you have to do two things at once. You got to kill beasts, and you've got to. You know what, guys? I hate to do this to you, but I gotta go spend some money, so I gotta black the screen out here for a second. All right, and no, we don't want a 7-day, that's for sure. Buy me an airship pack. There we go. And I knew I'd have to put my password in because it's a $20 expenditure. For some reason, it asks me for my password every time I spend $20. And use. Okay, there's that. And we're back. We're not back because I can't see the chat. Now I can see the chat. You have to use both loads. It's you should do the assault one first, and then do the beast video as you can to get those to 20. The point being that once you get your airship over here to where you got 20s on it. See, I'm at the 20s. Whereas I got 29 and 29 on my attacks for my beast because I got enough parts for that. But once you get the 20s on there, you just to engage these parts. But the attack is your most important because that's where you're going to lose your troops. You're not going to lose any troops attacking the wings. And for this thing, you don't even need an airship. You just want it because it's fast. Matter of fact, I had that set up for doing the wolf just a few minutes ago. We can go look at my wolf, see how well I did. Event center. I don't even know where I fell in rankings. Or we can not look at. Oh, it's because I'm in there. I can't look at that. I'll do it on the way out. You're considered to be in a different zone when you're in here. Got 9 minutes left. So. Oh, yeah. I just spent all my travel money that I get reimbursed for VA hospital trips. I did like 3 trips to the hospital this week, so it was like $600. I just threw all that in the Amazon thing. It's 20% off right off the top. You sometimes get another 3% for spending. And if you go buy like a Costco Amazon card, a $50 card is $42. So, you can get it down to where you're only spending about, 60, 65, 67% on the dollar of everybody else. Doesn't make you spend less money, just means that you get more for what you're spending. A lot of people have problems with that, and I'll tell you my problem with it. I'll show you my problem with it. I'll call Amazon out. Like you said, you just went and did it. So you gotta go affiliate. I can tell you that more than 1,500 people have done it, which means that on the first of the month, I should be clearing for the charities somewhere in the neighborhoods about 20 grand. Not even coming close. We'll pull that out there. Yeah, see, one $100 pack should yield me $10. and they're showing like $3, and those are in bounties. I'm barely promoting a bounty. That's selling something special. Yeah, this should have been paying really well. It's collected 7 whole frickin' dollars. It should have been in the tens of $20,000 per month type deal. Not. I'm happy that it saves money on the spending. I'm not happy that Amazon is a thieving bastard, because this isn't the first time I've had this problem, and I'm not talking about recently. I mean, over the course of 8 years, I built programs where we've used their affiliate program before, and they just delete my account when we get it right. Like I built a Windows 7 platform that had an Amazon affiliate built into it. They just delete the account. I'm in Kingdom 362. I'm not playing anything else. I don't have time for it anymore. Man, if you guys know anybody in the other kingdom, what is it? We are playing against Kingdom 367. This is the first time ever we're not the youngest kingdom. Ever. But they got 12 members now. I need to go look here. I'll bet you they got some wicked 40s, and we've been outmatched in the last 3 events like nobody's business. 34s. I don't see anything. Right now, probably gonna. Eric Donati. Hold on. Oh, look at that. I can't get nothing right. I decided to run to not live tonight because, frankly, I hadn't done it in a while. The wow, guys, I've been doing a lot of the World of Warcraft stuff, and it suffers from the same problem that we're seeing in Guns of Glory right now, and that is this time of year, player activity just sucks. There's no way around that. It's been that way since I've been playing games online for the last 18 years now. Every 3 months you'll get a cycle, and it directly relates to college semesters. All the people claiming to be 40, 50 years old, and I'm an adult. The stats say otherwise. The stats say every time you guys lose grant money, we lose players. Oh, my PvP calculator rocks. And I can tell you the new T11 one is, I don't have my, I'm betting I don't even have my account set up on my own calculator right now. Yeah, look at that. But I don't need to. You know what? Thanks for reminding me. I haven't gone back in and reset the crystal mines in forever. So all you guys that jump on there and says, "Oh, I'm going to go pop him in the crystal mines," and a lot of you do it, especially when I go live or I do a video thing like that where I show the crystal mines what level I'm on. They jump straight to it. Now there's enough lag from the time that I shoot video to post video. It used to be less than an hour. Now it takes me freaking 5 hours to cut and edit the video and shoot another 3 hours just for the computer to process it. I have MSI. I talked to MSI this week. I was sitting around doing nothing else. I sat there and took care of business on the phone in the waiting rooms. MSI has agreed to build me a new motherboard and a new processor and video combo if I agree to build a machine for a build-off contest next year. So I agreed to that, and they're going to build me the computer to my specs. So somewhere around March, I'll have a new computer that I get for free, and they'll send me enough parts to build 3 of them, and then I got to have 2 of them for the build-off contest because you got to have one for a backup in case one breaks. And when you win the build-off contest, you lose the computer. So, you know, a moderator just handled this. I thought I handled this. I don't have moderators. Ron, how you doing? I got to scroll back up here. I got kind of off on my own. Oh, hold on, guys. Something about to happen in 10 seconds. Boom. And we're going to get hit right off the bat. Oh, I love it. We're going to spend a little gold here today. I don't want them to stockpile up in that necropolis. He may just be too big for me. Looking like he is. Yeah, his stats are just a touch better than mine. I only got 1 stat on him. All right, I'll hold off, and we'll win the buff. So, I'll swap my talent points over. Oh, look at that. Probably help if I had my damn account set up right? So, let's go pick on some people. He's going to run. Oh, that hurt him bad. Do, 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 do. Look at that. Only 6,000 of his troops survived. We can't be waiting that long early. Woo. That was rough. Hold on, guys. I'm just blowing goals what I'm doing. I didn't do something stupid like leave my healing gear on, did I? See, something's off about the way this used to work. Let's look and see what else is happening. I've got them. That's that one. So I don't even have enough troops to fill a march now. See that hurting. Oh, you know what? I'm a freaking idiot. I'll show you why. Guess what? I told you something's wrong. How about I'm not in my combat spec? And I forgot to activate my life preserver. And that's why I sped that in, because he doesn't have his airship beacon on. So I took a 700,000 out of him. Let's take a look at that real quick. Trying to see. They've got troops for days. They got like 3 guys with stats, and everybody else can just hide under them. All right. So, plan B. Let's go to here. All right. I must have sent artillery. That I did. I sent my beast march, which dragged artillery. Do, do, do. 362. What kingdom is everybody in? We got all kinds in here tonight. Everybody just watched me get my butt handed to me. And my stats don't suck. I don't know. There seems to be some odd thing going on here where we don't get matched up against anybody who doesn't have somebody that can just absolutely smack me around. I'm down to 27. That's part of the problem of doing the heavy lifting work. That's why your alliance leader gets to choose who gets the loot. And it always goes in order who gets the most points. But the person grabbing the points down at the bottom for the team is not the person spending frickin' 60,000 gold to make sure the other team doesn't have as much to deal with. Alright, let's look at this. Beasts. There are none remaining, so... Okay, what's up in Germany? Are you in the military there, 357? Oh my gosh, guys, I got the damn chat scrolled up. I hadn't read anything for like 10 minutes. I was like, man, no one's talking. Sometimes moving up a floor or two will have easier opponents. Oh, this is true in the mines. Got to remember that a lot of this game you're playing against other players. So if it's a player versus player, conventional wisdom is what you're playing against, not the players. The 90% of the people will do what somebody told them is a good thing to do. That's why we always got to be changing what we do. Oh yeah, if I had T12s, it'd be a different story. The next month, I am waiting for the new beast to come out. I think I'm what 4,000 or 5,000 keys from making C40, and I've got there is zero benefit for me being a C36 to a C39 March cap, and my March cap's pretty big anyway. So all March cap means is I got to spend more money building troops. Freemasonry. Oh. Hey, we got some individual score now. Got to watch the clock on that Vampire Queen. You got a new beast spawn yet? Nope, none of them. Yeah, we say at my level, I tend to catch a lot of 40s off guard. I've got all the RSS ready. The only thing that's slowing me down right now is badges. That's it. Let's see where I set. Let me do a badge count. It takes 11,000 badges to go from 35 to 40. I am 5,500, so I am exactly halfway. It took me about a month to get them. Month and a half. But they're dropping more and more steady, and they're in every event, and they're in extra boxes. And then like for the broke my key. Got to do the shimmy. That's not what's going on here. I got a big spinny circle. I think my game crashed. Yeah, me too. I on like the daily deal, I'll buy the $1 and the $5 pack for the badges, but I won't buy the $9 pack. It gets off balance pretty quickly. Tell you what I'm going to do here. Add troops. I'm going to add some high levels there and see if my points go up faster. Because I'm gaining points for crap. Got to learn a new language to get into that masonry. The book they teach out of is in a custom, unique language. My last name's Larson. If you ever heard of the Larson Code, it was a Mason code found chiseled on stone in Minnesota inside of a tree that was over 1,000 years old, proving that the Freemasons, and we down here in New Mexico where I live, we also have Freemason statuettes that are over 1,000 years old. Freemasons were all over North America long before the history books said they were. It is more than likely where the Indians truly came from. That's why no one actually wants to chase it, is they don't want to give up the protected status of the American Indians. The American Indians won't even let themselves be genetically tested because it will show that they're not some 30,000-year-old tribe that was well established in the Americas. It's just not true. Up in Canada, there are copper mines that are well over 1,000 years old. And during the Bronze Age of Europe, there wasn't enough copper in Europe. And that copper came from North America, and that's also eliminated from the history books. So, Vampire Queen, I'm going to jump on that. Was that not mine? Is that guy one of my players or not? Green Lions, I'm assuming that he is. Man, I actually had a great ear for language, especially when I was traveling around in the military. But I have the worst memory for, I can't remember names, let alone other languages. It's terrible. But while I'm there, a little bit of immersion, I pick it up fairly easily and then just forget it just as easily. Why are they sending scouts? Oh, yeah. I got invited to the Mason Lodge, but it's not. We have a problem with some of the Mason Lodges in the southern United States. But my friend's the Grand Master of his lodge up in Kansas. I don't have any troops to get back, do I? Wow, they just outnumbered us. More than 2-1, huh? El Baño! Yeah. Who do they got hanging out here? Scare some people here. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, I'm not going to do that. Oh, never mind. And punt. Look at the insane amount of troops that C-30 has. Holy crap. Got nothing better to do to make troops. Wearing a wonder, too. Wearing the wonder. All right. So she's gone. We won that buff. I don't want him running. I want to kill that one. Wow. He must have got reinforced. Let's see what my stats did. See, I'm at 17, almost 1,800 on my troop attack. So is he. That C-30, look at the stats on that C-30. Or is that a C-40? Am I not seeing that right? Oh, I'm sorry. That was a C-40 I was attacking. Oops, I thought it was a 30. I was like, man, what the hell? So, wow, I did good that first time. I just got to catch him without his airship. And we need to go where the monsters are. It's not good. I can tell you right now, you were talking about a $35,000 account with 2K tops and 4,500s. And I don't believe for a second there's a person in every single kingdom spending that much money. It defies human nature. Only in this Chinese game does there happen to be somebody who is always to be envied, encouraging everybody else to spend money. The woman's name is April, who works at Fun Plus as a psychologist who thinks up this kind of crap. If they would knock it off and get rid of their broken window type thinking, they could expand this into a game that could blow out, but they won't get past it. Oh, hold on. War. What? I won that fight. There he is, 2,000 top stats, 4,200. This is who we've been fighting. I'm not even chasing it. I'm at the point where I just have to ignore it because it's always a Chinese or Korean player. The Chinese cheating is just absolutely overlooked. There's nothing we can do about it. I need to figure out. I have to unlock some gold. Yeah, that's and that right there is to max out your war talents right now. And this is after they discounted it twice. I looked at it the other day to finish out my war talents. It would cost me somewhere in the neighborhoods of $5,800. It just didn't happen. The duplication hack was broad, and quite frankly, after Revenge Gamer pointed it out in his live stream, it got worse, not better. He claims they closed 4 hacks down, but immediately, once he pointed out to the world that the Chinese weren't getting called for cheating, all of a sudden we saw instantaneously huge Chinese accounts overnight, just out of nowhere. And in our age group, it was just insane. See, I don't even think I'm going to get my full points. 38,000. I don't even care about those for loot. I just want them for. It's not a matter of wanting to spend. I mean, money's relative. Okay, that's the thing you got to remember. Money's always relative. If you're a multimillionaire spending 20,000, I mean, let's put that in perspective. Spending $1.5 million on the game from start to finish, which is what it would be buying everything the day it comes out, you will have spent that much money. So you got guys that have been on the top the day everything comes out. $1.5 million. I don't care if you're a multimillionaire or not. It's a stupid waste of money on a phone game. There's no way somebody's not doing that without some type of OCD. It defies human logic. And to say that there's one of those in every single kingdom, now that defies statistics. And I'm a math guy. Well, the show stats. I can tell you that the PVE, that's not true. They're Detron. And yes, if you tailor your lower stats to your March, you can get more out of it, 10 to 15% more out of it. And I do that. There's a reason that I'm beating up that C40 over there with bigger stats than me. Yeah. My bad eyes. I shouldn't have been over there sending marches at that C40. That's just not bright. Sent some marches at him though. Who's they? Hate to tell you this, Detron. I am they. I don't say that. That's just what they come out to be. Troop stats being half of your stats, your other stats is just an observation. It's not a goal. Got to remember, man. I am the they. I actually do math. I had somebody telling me that the other day. It says, "Oh, they say." I'm like, I'm the guy that everybody reads on there. Who's the they? I told you, I just blew a whole bunch of money on. I got KVK tomorrow, so I got my KVK prep. So I blew a lot of gold up in here. Yeah. But mine says purchase success. It doesn't say duplication hack. That's the thing, and that'll happen. FunPlus's problem is if they don't trigger people into spending more than they should be spending, they will get bored with the game because of the fact that they dragged it out for so long. It takes a year to build an account properly. We are on January 9th, I think, will be the 1-year birthday of this kingdom, 362. Well, hell, I guess I can look at that. Right here. No. Right there. January 23rd. Actually, I was a week late. Maybe 2 weeks. It's mid-January. January 15th to be the 1 year of this thing. I'm not C40 yet. And my budget's way bigger than most people. Yeah, here's the thing on the Buccaneer, too. If you're going to combine spending for the next level of gear, just go $1.05 and then, what do you call it? What's it called? Transform it. Master amulet, master. I need to go to my armory. Oh. I got a little blend here. I wish I'd have been paying closer attention when I started building my master set. I wouldn't have built my master set. And I may still switch out to a transformed. I wish I'd have transformed my master set rather than. What else I got hiding in here? Hell, I got a bunch of Sun King boots. Anything else? I'm telling you, don't let your mind get wrapped around. We got guys who spend $2,000 to $3,000 a month and are just breaking 3K stats. I'm telling you that 4K number that just came out of nowhere, all bullshit. There's no way people were spending that. And plus, at the same time, when they closed certain duplication hacks, I watched some of the oldest players that I've known in this game for years quit the game, who were supposedly big coiners, but then they just up and quit when the hack got closed. And I went, So I think there's a 5K stat with a UAC buff. See, the silly thing is, this is an hour event. They haven't modified the heal timer. Do I have a bunch of them coins? I don't have any of those coins. I don't have anything on level 5 master for my buck set, that's for sure. But I'm just about to go to 3s. I got enough of everything but these. These ether crystals. I wonder how much of them cost for another 40 of them. So I need, it's $50 a piece to go to 3. Master 3. See, I don't believe that. I mean, I've got one of the new parts that's always telling me to upgrade, but airship parts are premium. And then my airship is just about to 69. Yeah. Tell you, there's 2 good limited deals today for coiners. One's the airship part, the airship EXP. But super coiners, this stuff is like 1/10 of what it was. I spent $60 and got 2 of the top end airship levels, which is dirt cheap. And then I spent $60 on this because I wasn't paying attention to the fact that master cookbooks are not what I need for the new ones. So I have a whole crap loads of master cookbooks that I don't need now, and didn't get squat out of this. But then I've got that. I'm going to be able to get another 9 out of my top stats here shortly. It's not really a young kingdom, and I can tell you right now, it's starting to ho-hum. I'll tell you, one of the big problems is people got tired of winning. I kid you not. It was when it was an Uber challenge and we were always being outmatched and we won anyway, people loved it. When War Books came out, 5 guys came in there and beat our whole kingdom up. Not another kingdom came in there, 5 guys did. Because it just drastically changed, that patch drastically changed how the game interfaces. And I can tell from micro patches, they're not even putting out the change log, that my ability to fight up has been going down. Level 70. Yeah, it's $1,500 start to finish. That's usually what coiners in a new kingdom will do first. They'll go level 70 out their airship for $1,500, or maybe it's $3,000. Yeah. Will I get another level on my curiosity today? Nope. And I haven't done squat on my buildings. So, nope. I'm just waiting this one out. Yeah, we don't have the volume of troops. 13 versus 28. And man, they were stockpiled to the millions and millions of troops. Oh, you know what, though? I try not to go kill this stuff so that the Alliance members can have the points. I don't see us pulling this off of this volume. Ha ha. I want to snipe that from him. Man, the Chinese are like uber pissed right now. We're seeing it in a whole bunch of trade areas. Yeah. Oh yeah, my first C30. I didn't know anything about the game, and I shot up to C30, and all the other C30s in the kingdom kept their mouths shut that I was the biggest C30. I wasn't even in the top 10 on the power board because they were troop building. But my stats were like blowing everybody else's away. And then when UAC came out, that's when I learned how much bigger I was from everybody else, because nobody, no C35 could hurt me. I was murdering C35s. That was a full year ago. And that's how much the game's changed in a year. Oh, hey, look, I got my points. And there's no loot in there worth having. Not for me. Oh, that's exactly it. That's White Tiger came out of freaking nowhere. Hey, you got to understand, I work with about 40 kingdoms. There's not too many kingdoms where a legitimate big resides that I don't know about or talk to. It's part of the research that I do. And in the last 4 weeks since the Revenge Live, since he put that hack stuff out there, oh my gosh, it was like night and day within 4 days. Within 4 days, there was just monsters everywhere, and the matchups got to be insane. And this pettiness against him exposing what they were doing, that people should be fired for that, for the reason that they are going to destroy their business model being that way. And we got our butts kicked. Yeah. The One of the reasons I don't like doing Blood Wars at this time, and one of the reasons we probably got our butt kicked, is I guarantee you we were matched up against our KVK team. That was a lot of active players on a Friday night. I will bet you anything that was their KVK team. Everybody knows go get the Christmas tree. Now, generally, last year, the Day 25 reward was a maxed out square gym. I'm imagining it's going to be the same way this. It's probably going to be a light square gym, just one. Yeah, which would be a big stat boost for a bunch of people. Rev. Who's Rev? Oh, Revenge? Revenge got banned from the game. They banned his account. That's what made him build the videos. Yeah, same here. I had maybe 3 hours of legitimate gameplay, and so I don't think I'm going to get the last 3 levels, which sucks because there's 85 badges there. Yeah. Oh, I might be lying. Only 1 level to go. But there's nothing. We would need to run Nightshade tomorrow in order for me to do it. What do I need? I need 3,300 points. So run the 2 night sieges tomorrow. Oh, that would get me there. So yeah, the 2 night sieges, I'll get there with the 2 night sieges only. But I haven't burned any stamina. I can always go do that. That's 1,200. Hadn't used any speed ups. I could do that. Why the hell haven't I done any spirit mines? What the hell? Oh, I was going to reset my spirit mines anyway. Reset, confirm. Enter, no. Yeah, I hadn't redone this in forever. People come across that Gunmuse name and I get a lot of attacks in Spirit Mine. See, we just played against 27 players, and not one of those players, who all had spectacular stats, not a one of them had a beacon on. What are the odds that people spend so much money that they have perfect stats, but they have no gold to buy a beacon? Or if you spend that much money to get the high stats that other guy had, should have had the 30-day on there. I ain't paying attention there. I've just been shooting up. Okay, let's go think. You know what? We can go up here and check out. Is there one more level? A couple more levels. Let's go run up 17, see who's hanging out up there. Hell no. I'm going to steal this. Think. go hang out on 14. You guys want to come try and kill me? Well, that's a strategy game, and there you spend what you're comfortable with, the entertainment that you're getting. You know, you got the little leftists who turn around and says, "Oh, I don't ever spend any money on this game." I know how. You know, would you like fries with that? You know, you don't have money, so everybody else having it is ruining your life. Because we all know people with money just go out there and they pull out a pistol and they rob the McDonald's kids every day. Yeah, that's what I just spent it all on. Was speed hitting there. The Even then, that's not smart play. I did much better when I didn't spend gold that way. Matter of fact, it would be smarter if I just turned around and took the gold and gold bought troops. You know, just went in here and I'm sure I got some areas that are not built up. Starting like right there. So I can go in here and talent swap, gear swap, and just because, go to store. In fact, train. Unlock some food here. Just saw that I needed to spend some speed ups. Might as well do it on some troops. Especially since I ran out of them, huh? This thing doesn't always click like it's supposed to. And I'm so tired of that banner telling me what I just clicked on. Got to be careful because I don't want to unlock so much that I got to do something stupid next week to get it out of there before they come kill me. I haven't recovered from Ike. 10% my ass. I lost a little over 18%, and I didn't heal a single troop during Ike. Of course, I put in a trouble ticket, and they deleted it. Because, you know, people are just complaining. There cannot be anybody with a legitimate complaint using math. Everybody's just a complainer, and shut up, give us your money. Oh, because I only got a few hours to do this. So I need to. And my health isn't all that great. So I'll be at KVK tomorrow, but we'll probably have to leave before it's over. And then I won't get anything else done. Besides that, I won't rebuild any troops until next Thursday. We don't engage our 300% buff until the following Thursday. And I think we're going to be doing that the Thursday after next, right before KVK. Yeah, this is just about getting one of these challenges done. I don't know why I don't have any Lions gift chests open. That started. Democrat, I watched all that this week. I watched it all live. I feel sorry for anybody who has had to watch CNN or MSNBC where they cut away from what the Republicans about to say and go to the pundit who's going to say something nasty, because and everybody thinks that they're doing it because the news is biased, and they're wrong. If they'd have let the Republicans be heard by CNN and MSNBC, people would have heard facts that they had never heard in 3 years. I mean, people to this day do not know Carter Page was a CIA operative who was funneling information out of Russia to us, and that's why he has a Russian contact. And they left that out when they went to go get a warrant so they could spy on Trump. The guy was a CIA operative. It's his job to spy on Russians. It's all, that's where all this started. And then this impeachment thing where they go after the Ukraine. Suddenly, if you run for president in the United States, you can't be accused of the crimes you commit. You know, there's no, they don't want to bring up the Hunter Biden deal. You know, Joe Biden's our vice president's son, who got a $100,000 a month job in the Ukraine with no experience. Meanwhile, while he was not in the Ukraine doing his job, he was in the United States, rolled his Hertz rental car. The cops come over, collected all the crack pipes and cocaine out of it. It's just another shithead elite that they've been trying to cover for. You know, and it's not that they're lying. Trump's trying to attack his political opponent. Well, that's true, but his political opponent's a thieving sumbitch. The Ukraine attacked him in 2016. That's who built the dossier that was pure fabricated bullshit. I tell you, and then while every time they cut to the Democrats would say, well, America has co-equal branches, and the president can't just do what he wants to do. That's the most untrue statement that there ever was about the American form of government. First of all, it's not a democracy, it's a republic. Second of all, the co-equal portion of our government branches is that the power that a king would have is separated to the three branches. The powers to do whatever the hell he wants to do as president are presidential powers. The Congress cannot sit over and say, well, he's not listening to us. He can't just go do what he wants to do. Yes, he can. The power to go over and talk to a foreign leader is solely the president. He doesn't have to check with his staff. He doesn't have to check with the State Department. Man, I sit on think tanks for some of the conservative politics stuff, and I'll tell you, I couldn't have gone more apeshit on these guys this week. He's like, well, we should quit the president right off the bat. We all know this is bogus. We know this. We'll just acquit him right off the bat and get this thing out of the way. I'm like, the president of the United States, who has kicked every single ass, won every single trade deal, is now got the highest ratings of any president at this time, the lowest unemployment. We're making more money per person, making more money per hour. We can't find people to fill jobs. We're down to 3% unemployment. And that guy wants to go to trial. He doesn't want it swept under the rug. He wants to drag their lying little thieving asses in front of a court and make them swear an oath. Trump did what with his kids? This is where you only get CNN International, Crafty. So this is why I feel bad for you. All you're going to see is lying little shit. Trump's kids have not done a single international deal since he's been president. Prior to him being president, that's what their business was. That's all they did was international deals. That was what they were hired by Trump to do for the Trump industry, was make international deals. It is not illegal. It is not wrong. And they're very damn good at it. They know what they're doing. Well, I understand, but I know what CNN says. It's like, well, Trump's kids were making international deals. Not one international deal has been made since he became president. Trump put his foot down on that the day that he swore in the oath. He says the Trump industries are out of making international deals. They don't even keep the profit from one of their hotel rooms. If a foreign government buys a hotel room in a Trump hotel, the profit they cut a check directly to the State Department. The problem winds up being is that CNN doesn't tell people that. They want this one-sided, he's bad for everybody. And you get right down to it, there's a club that meets in Europe every year that thinks there's too many people eating on this planet. They call us the useless eaters. Trump's just not a member of that club. He's got to go. He is proving that the world does not have to suffer to get ahead. What job is Eric? Which one's Eric? Having his kids in there as advisors is not. First of all, the kid's a billionaire. His $80,000 a year advisor job is not a kickback. And secondly, Trump's kids are smart. And at the end of the day, he's got a whole damn world trying to take him down with lies, intelligence agencies, fabricating everything else. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have anybody around me that I didn't trust 100% either. They're taking shots at the king every day, and they're missing. And if his kids are somebody he can trust, then I want you to think about this. He has kids he can trust that are there to tell him, nah, don't do that, go ahead. That he trained in life well enough to know he can trust their opinion. Hunter Biden didn't get a job. Hunter Biden was put on a board of a corrupt oil company in the Ukraine so that when they funneled money from our State Department to the Ukraine, they kicked that money back to the Democratic Party by buying coffee cups. He was there to supervise the government, the Democratic kickback that would come during the election cycle. The reason the Democrats have got to shut him down in the Ukraine is that's where the Democrats' funding is coming from right now. It is not, he didn't have a job. Everybody knows no one's paying freaking Hunter Biden $1 million a year to smoke a crack pipe. Well, there's one thing, trust in your family, but to trust the advice one of your kids is going to give you, that's rare. Now, I've got that relationship with my dad, where my dad, I took his advice for decades and decades, and now he actually comes to me for advice when he's doing stuff. Because he knows in a whole bunch of these areas, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm looking at. But no one ever walks into a father-son business and says, let me talk to the son. That's not good business. You know. Well, right now, CNN is being propped up by George Soros. And we know that the U.S. economy, the stock market, I shouldn't say the economy is not going to take any hits next year. But the stock market's going to try and crash 2 or 3 times next summer. And they've got these automated computer systems that do these microsecond transactions. And they run a couple test runs on that. We know that's happening. And the whole point is to turn around and say, see, the Trump economy can't last. Why not? Right now, our biggest problem is we don't have enough people to employ. Which means that if we could ever get the Democrats out of the way, we could actually pass an immigration bill that we could import some immigrants. Right now, the Mexican-Canadian agreement that we just passed, Canada has got to be saying thank God, because one of the largest, for Mexico and Canada, they're large as part of that agreement. They're going to be allowed to work in the United States. Okay. Do you know what Rudy Giuliani, what the company that Rudy Giuliani owns does for a living? There's 357. Rudy Giuliani is world famous and gives speeches to law enforcement, attorneys. He is the world's foremost expert on eliminating corruption. Rudy Giuliani brought down the American mob. Trump hired him to negotiate with the third most corrupt country in the world, Ukraine. So if you were going to go deal with a corrupt country, would you send the little weasels over that says, I didn't like the way he tweeted? You know, I really loved seeing that Lieutenant Colonel Vindman sitting there in his suit going, you know, they can shoot me with sniper fires, but his tweets make me nervous. You know. No, he said something about Rudy. 357 did. I don't know if your chat updated yet. Man, starting a new channel sucks. I'm doing it with the World of Warcraft thing. It just absolutely sucks. It only looks bad because CNN wanted it to look bad. Did you ever once hear that Rudy Giuliani was the foremost expert in dealing with large corrupt organizations? If you've never heard those words next to the fact that some news organization is saying, well, shouldn't send Rudy Giuliani over there, he's crazy. He's not crazy. He is an expert in dealing with large organizations of corruption. He knows how to find how the money left. That's Rudy Giuliani's specialty, man. He goes and he can find where the money is leaking out of a corporation. I mean, just absolutely bleeding out of it. And Trump hired him as his personal lawyer because we're talking about draining the political swamp in the United States. You have to understand what the swamp is. The swamp is a corrupt organization that we call government. Everybody's got their hand out. Money's bleeding out of there. And they're trying to take shots at Rudy Giuliani for one reason. Rudy Giuliani is going to find out who's been stealing money. And that Ukraine deal with the Bidens was one of them. But the reason he went over there to look at that, you got to remember, did you ever see the video of Biden? Let's do that. This will get my channel banned by Google. Oh. This is what started this whole deal. It got tweeted to Trump. He sent Rudy over to investigate this video. And why were we investigating Joe Biden? Because he admitted to using $1 billion of money to get his son a job. He threatened the country. Why the hell am I on? Oh. Man, you know what? Joe Biden the other day, if you guys didn't see that stuff, there's an 83-year-old man said, I saw the video of you telling everybody, he was sitting at a conference bragging that he used $1 billion of American money to threaten Ukraine so that his son could get a job. And these guys are freaking horrendous. And one of his constituents turned around and started chewing him out. 83-year-old man. And Joe Biden says, man, you're a damn liar. Let's do some push-ups. Let's take an IQ test. And it just went off the freaking rails with the guy. And if I could find it, you would think Google would have it where it's on YouTube, but I'll bet you it's been cleansed off of YouTube. Oh, here we go. Maybe we found the YouTube one. See, this started in 2006, 10 years before the election.
I remember going over convincing our team or others to convincing that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, "No," I said, "I'm not going to, we're not going to give you the $1 billion." They said, "You have no authority. You're not the president." The president said. I said, "Call him." I said, "I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion." I said, "You're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here." And I think it was 6 hours. I looked. I said, "I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money." Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.
And for those who couldn't see on their little screens, that was the Council of Foreign Relations. This is what the United States government considers. It's okay for him to threaten them for $1 billion, but the threat that Trump to investigate that is what they're investigating, was him on video admitting to taking a bribe, to forcing a bribe. Hey, we're done with the other GOG stuff. Quite frankly, I can see right now the traffic numbers are up since we started talking politics. And I do get an insane amount of people who ask me to do a political channel, but and I'll tell you why I don't. It's a lot of work. I would need to sit down and do 6 to 7 hours a day of prep work to do 3 hours a day worth of live. Now, I might be getting there with all the changes I'm making to my studio in here. I've been slowly building up a studio in here. I got mics coming. I got new PCs. Where I'm hoping to edit 4K video in real time and be able to stream 4K in real time, which is really hard to do. It's man, I got 22 freaking notifications. I rank number 2 with the formulas you provided. Thank you. Man, half of this stuff is the stuff that I'm learning. I'm learning too. I got a couple of guys I follow on YouTube now that have been teaching me how to use my software. I don't know if you guys saw that the other day. My gosh, this thing is a pig. This version of the software that I got now is only like $70. I just wanted to try it out, and then they got a pro version, which isn't that expensive, but oh my gosh, I got to where I knew where everything was in here, and I didn't want to learn the new version. Tactical, man, thank you. That money, guys. For those who don't know, we gave away almost $23,000 this month. From what we made from the gaming stuff and all the other stuff that I do. One of the reasons I haven't been playing is I'm on the board of 4 major charities. That's where all this money does go to. And we did give away almost $23,000 in services. We only handed out about $1,800 in cash. But this thing. This is where I get in. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. I need to get the new one because maybe the new one won't be so screwed up when I have my monitors blown up. This program does not fill the screen like it's supposed to. Now it does. Then I use all this stuff to I went and made. I haven't put them out. I haven't started putting them out, but I made some gun using neon, and I'm learning. That's now a little film, right? They're just showing a film, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some crackle and pop to it, and then I'm going to cut the film in and out, and it's going to look like a neon sign that's flickering on. So then I can save that, and I'll shove it in somewhere else. Because I got to do my World of Warcraft thing, and that is definitely. Problem I have with the World of Warcraft is it's actually so much fun that you're joining WoW tomorrow. Man, the World of War Azure Song there, Crafty. Hold on, I'll pull that open. $15 a month. And I'll tell you what, I buy gold. I think it cost me $30 for the 100 gold that I use for the entire month. It doesn't take much. It's nothing like playing the phone games are. What did I do with my icon? Oh, it's hiding over here. And then what I'm going to do for the reviews on the World of Warcraft is, because there's 26 million videos out there on World of Warcraft, I am going to go over the add-ons, which is what I do for you guys in GOG, where I teach you the little tricks of how to make your account better. We can't use add-ons to do that, but in World of Warcraft, there are add-ons to do that. See, we go into add-ons. We've got all these add-ons in here, and I'm going to teach you which ones to use and which ones are good, which ones are bad, which ones are overly complicated, and quite frankly, sometimes I'm going to teach you which ones, might bog down your computer. And some of what I've been digging into is the add-on companies. Since I first played this game 15 years ago, the Chinese have bought most of the companies that built the great big add-ons. And so they have these install programs, and the install programs are putting hacks on the computers. I found 2 of them this week. So I got to get that article done before it's too late. And I'm already running headlong into people going, oh, my computer hadn't been hacked. Well, if you use this program called Twitch, your computer was hacked, I promise. I can put anything on my channel I want to put on my channel. That's it is still my channel. All I did was show YouTube on the YouTube channel. At the end of the day, the reality is Google does not feel the need to justify whatever decision they make. That's just the way that works. Hey, all this stuff like this that I'm doing here, I've learned all this in the last month. Where'd you at? There it is. I've been teaching myself this. It's not hard to do. And I will be doing some, and once I get comfortable enough about teaching it to somebody else, I will put some videos together on how somebody can turn around and start a channel themselves. And just, if you just did one video a month but did a good top quality job of it, it'd be one of those things where next year you're making $100 a month out of nowhere just because you did it. And I promise you, you talk about a cheap hobby. You can. What is going on here? That has something to do with the fact that I open them screens up and down. The video portion of it makes me money, but it doesn't cost me money to do that. The game's what costs me money. So I mean, if you pick a game that's not costing any money and there's a market for it. And the whole point to Rogers Raiders is not to be Guns of Glory only orientated. That's the other thing, is trying to get people to switch gears. In the other channels and get the subscribers. The switching of gears it takes a bit of time. you guys are seeing a polished product over at Guns of Glory right now, but it took me almost a year to get from point A to point B. Once See, I got a guy that teaches people how to use their cell phones, how to get the most out of. If some new feature comes out on your iPhone, things like that, he teaches people how to do it, and he's got like 500,000 people who watch him. He actually does conferences around the world, and all he does is teach people to do their phones. And I'm trying to get him to come in and do that from Rogers Raiders, because everybody, the 10,000 players that we got over there now, all have phones. It's not an off topic. We may be a game site, but where were we at? I'm hoping to break 10,000 by the end of the week. And we go to forums. What did I changed something on my thing for the featured images to be so stinking big. They shouldn't be that big. I finally fixed, there was that extra navigation up at the top. It took me forever to figure out where the hell that code was coming from. So like on the forums, we're at 9,500. Was it just 3 weeks ago we were 7,800? I mean, so 2,000 people. We don't have that many people actively getting in there, but the activity is going up. So I don't have anybody talking on the Kings of Avalon, which shows you where one of the reasons for putting the forums in there is for me to learn. Okay, I don't know what you're thinking. I know what the people who interact with me are saying, but so I got 10,000 people who don't want to talk. That's normal. I know that doesn't sound that sounds weird, but that's normal. I would need 100,000 people to get about 300-400 people talking all the time. It flip-flops back and forth between flawless and winner depending on the week. They're both right there. No, I had everybody get pissed off and leave my alliance. And part of the pissed off was I wasn't on enough to deal with the daily stuff. I think you're on delay. Wait a minute. YouTube is not receiving enough video. And I got to open up another piece of software. I got this software over here that's translating. Go down the rabbit hole. No, it shows me putting out sound. I muted it a minute ago to walk away from my desk. Guards. K385. Don't want to be known for that. I could chase drama all over this game and make more money. I would prefer somebody else do it because I'm very lack of interested in it. I should. Man, when we were on the political topics, we were freaking screaming along. I I'll tell you the thing about that. It really does disappoint me that most people are getting their information from two news sources, and I watched what they did and how they did it. And it's not because they're biased people. It's because if they'd allowed their viewers to watch the entirety of these trials, their viewers would have heard facts that they had not heard in 3 years, and that was insane. You've got to, yeah, and make sure you're downloading just the WoW Classic because the WoW Retail is right there with it, and the WoW Classic's much smaller. Man, are you guys really not hearing anything? Test, test, test. You know what? I'm not hearing myself in my own monitor. I think I got a bad cord. There we go. I know I can hear myself in my own monitor now. You know what it is? I think I need to replace my headphones. Yeah. Oh, that's some streaming then. If it's repeating that, then that's streaming issues. I can't do nothing about that. I'm actually streaming full. Actually, nope. There's a big old warning that says I'm streaming below. Oh, good connection now. Yeah, I see the spinning circle on my playback. Doo, doo, doo. Show you what I'm looking at. See, I've got a good connection. Stream status is good. Settings are good. Spinning circle. Oh, we're going down a rabbit hole here. Can't have the audio coming back in a loop. Yeah, good as time as any to quit, man. This is not me. This is somewhere in between me and Google. The clothing monster. These are kind of cool shirts. I almost bought one the other day. The I think these guys that make these real dog printed shirts are missing their market. They should be making these things really really long and really call them a night shirt and market them as pajamas for women, and they would explode. Yeah. See, I'm having a problem actually. See that right there, that pot up. That's YouTube's having an issue. right. Here we go. I'll close that window. You know, some of this could be that I freaking had my World of Warcraft. I was running a big-ass game in the background. Oh, this computer that I'm on here is not a slouch. But processing 4K video takes about 14 minutes for every minute that I'm processing, a video that I'm processing. And that's not good. So, turn game. Sitting there thinking, I forgot to go park this thing in the end so I get my rested XP. How many people played WoW back in... I have a Samsung. I'm telling you, the stream that I'm sending to them is fine. There is a connection issue where you saw where it said it reconnected. That's them kicking me. That's got nothing to do with me. It might have been because I looked up the Joe Biden video. You never know. I can go in here and look and see if I got flagged for something. It's like, how dare you tell people the truth? Where in our policy does it say you can show people truthful things? Don't believe your lying eyes, believe our lying news. Okay, so... I don't know what to... There's my night elf in his underwear. That's all he owns. I named him Pajama Boy because he's a tree hugger. Well, I do have KVK in the morning, and we're hosting, so I've got to be on time this time. I haven't been doing a lot of it. Yes, it is complicated to get. Matter of fact, I think I wrote an article on that it was overly complicated just to go get the game. But you got to go get the Blizzard installer. And I'll tell you one of the reasons it got complicated, and they didn't explain that to people who are just starting to play for the first time. But they had a problem a long time ago with accounts being hacked, unquote, unquote. Okay? And that's about as real as thieves who bought guns at gun shows. All right? Thieves steal guns, they don't buy guns. But the people who who for whatever reason they loaned their account to a friend and that friend turned around and said, screw you, buddy. And usually it was like stuff like roommates would delete accounts. It's like he didn't pay his rent this month, but he had money to play WoW. And what point are you at, Crafty? Where do you? I can't even see that screen no more because once you have the... Let's see, let's go to Blizzard. You have to get this thing, whatever this is called. The Blizzard Battle.net. Okay, you got to go to battle.net, get an account there first, and then you can download any of these games. Like I have the retail version of World of Warcraft, and it remembers it. So like I hadn't played the retail version of World of Warcraft in like 9 years. I quit playing World of Warcraft when they made it easier and easier and easier for people to play, and the game got filled up with kids who would come home from school and they could form a raid, and you didn't have any intelligence. There's no strategy, and anybody could play is what it come down to. And that's not why I started playing a strategy game. It was, for the difficulties of it. Got the Bloomberg. I got the Bloomberg treatment. Yeah. You are only allowed to drink 6.8 fluid ounces of soda a day. I'm a billionaire. I know better. Okay, yeah. Once you get that, then are you downloading now? You probably got like a super fast connection. You probably download the game instantly. Wean yourself off the GOG. Do you see World of Warcraft Classic in the games area? See, my account changes once I actually download the stuff, so it became hard to. See, if I click World of Warcraft, if I go games. See, down here, is where I start. I select the game that I'm playing, either classic or retail. And then the account that I'm playing on. Yeah, there is a ton of security. Blizzard went overboard with the large. So many people got to play in this game worldwide that every dramatic moment in someone's life where a couple breaks up. I mean, families got divorced over this game. But it's not like every family got divorced over this game. But 1% of a billion people is a lot of complaints. And so they got overly dramatic, and there's a security nightmare from hell. Yeah, don't go in there and purchase any of that Shadowlands crap. Let's go to the shop, see what it looks like in there. And then I would imagine over here in the shop, you can select that game anywhere you want to. So, say I got a subscription. There's my subscriptions are active. Or those aren't active. I'll tell you, one of the biggest income generators for any of these games is this cosmetic stuff. It's not even gameplay stuff. Like the custom mounts, things like that. And the article I got on Rogers Raiders, because United Kingdom was the one kind of being the forerunner on it. And they were using this like they're like, well, we're going to tell people what they can and can't buy. You can't spend your money on something that doesn't do anything in game. Why do you care what somebody does in their own home? Uh, and it started expanding. There's like 7 countries now who got these laws out here for this stuff. And it's got nothing to do with what you're buying or how you're playing. It has to do with the fact of how much money is leaving the country, and they know they can't tax it on the way out. France just tried to put a tax on the internet. Was it France? Don't quote me on the country now. Somebody just got slammed. Trump turned around and says there's no way in hell you're taxing Facebook. And they tried. Wasn't even going to let that precedence get started. Man, there's all kinds of. I wish they'd build a mech game. For some reason, I love playing those mech games, but I've never found a good one. Man, I love my Samsung stuff too. I just got 2 Samsung monitors on my desk. I got the 2 32-inch curved monitors. I've replaced my 40-inch monitors. I had 4 40 inches on a big piece of furniture, and I was still having a problem seeing them. I replaced them with 2 32-inch curved monitors this week. Get the new Curiosity. I think the honor event before last dropped that new Curiosity for me. I didn't buy it, that's for damn sure. Well, I bought it. Lucky drop's what it was. It was from the honor event before. It was a loot drop from an event. I don't remember where. I wonder if you go in there and buy what's a WoW token? Can use WoW token. Everybody trying to create their own currency, and they don't even understand what the currency creation would look like. Why would I buy a WoW token? Just so you can say you spent a WoW token, basically. Fire whoever came up with that idea. And yes, I am a Blizzard influencer. Up to the. I think it took me almost 2 years to get to where my pally was Uber. Really? Yep, I see the circle. Excellent connection, and I got a circle. Do, 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 do. Yeah, but it's going to drop again. I've got stream status that says excellent, and at the same time it's saying not enough data being received. Yeah, I will make sure we get another one go up in there. I've got to do a day where I go through and do a live while I answer comments. It's a good time to find questions. I think I finally turned off the commenting capability in the forums. People were going to the bottom of the forums and posting a comment and not posting something in the forum. And I think I also got the comments turned off in the private messages because they were doing it there too. Yeah. All right, guys, I appreciate it. And thank you very much. Oh, wait a minute. We got a... Man, I cannot find...